Chess is a really difficult game that a lot of people are trying to get the hang of. You can be a beginner and know absolutely nothing about the game, or you can be an early advanced player like me and barely know anything about the game still. In this video, I'm going to take you through a subscriber game where I'm going to show you the moves that they made, and I'll show you the moves that I would have made in their position, and you're going to be able to see the difference between a 100 elo player and an 1800 player like myself. To start off our game, our subscriber opened with e4, opponent played e5, and we got into the Vienna game. Vienna is where this knight pops out instead of this knight. Doesn't really matter too much. If you have a simple opening, you should be good. Opponent went here, which is actually a move I hate to see, but it's a move. They went here. So this is already the first move where I would be like, this is not something I would play, but it's not a bad move by any means. The only reason this doesn't work is because the pawns can rush up the board like this, and you give them a little bit of tempo. A move I would have played instead in this situation would have just gone here, put a little bit of pressure on this weak f7 pawn. But we're going to play out from here. Everything is still totally fine. We got here, boom, moves back, we're still fine. This move happens. And so now we have our first crossroad. Right now, the bishops see each other. It is white to move. Our subscriber goes here. This is not a move I would have played, but it's not a horrible move. Yes, the engine doesn't like it, but once again, it's not a horrible move at all. The move I would have played in this situation right here would have been to drop back here. Reason being, I don't want to take here, and while this is double pawns, and this is supposedly good, it's double pawns in the center. So this allows our opponent to get a lot more control over these center four squares, and we don't want that. So I would have gone back, but they choose to protect it, which is totally fine. We got here, boom. They do not take, they decide to strike in the center, which is fine. Take once, I would have done the same thing. They take back with the pawn. And this is where we have our first blunder. Our subscriber takes with the knight. This is a simple counting error. The knight in this position right here, we have 2 attackers on this pawn. Our opponent has 2 defenders. You always got to have at least one more attacker than defender. In this case, we don't have that, so this is a blunder. A move I would have done in this position, honestly, boom, give this check, force a piece to come to this square, or go back, trade off, and then we can chill from here. But we have this move, so we blunder, boom. Once again, in this situation, I'm actually not going to take back because now that I blundered, I want to keep as many pieces on the board. I got to try to go for checkmate or something like that. They take back, boom, we're here. This move is played, and this is not a horrible move, but right now we really want to prioritize development. So in this situation right here, I'm putting my bishop on this long scope right here, boom, or I'm protecting against this capture right here by probably putting my knight out or something like that. That also protects this square, which after this, our opponent finds, which is attacking both this rook and just putting some pressure on this weak f7 square. Our subscriber goes here. I think they were looking to protect both the f7 square and the c4 square. Both of these are protected by pawns though. It's all good. Our opponent actually doesn't find the free rook. So typical lower evil stuff. You're not really seeing how the board affects. And then we go here, which is another blunder because this bishop is actually not protected. Boom, we got our first, or our next blunder piece taken. And rightfully so, subscriber goes back to here. So yes, this hangs this pawn, but it saves our rook. It's totally fine. They go back. Subscriber plays the best move that I think I would have played as well. Developing the knight, getting ready to castle. We want to get development, and we got to go after this king now. If you're ever in a losing position where you're down material, don't resign. Get all your pieces out, try to go for checkmate. That's the only way you're going to win at this point, because if you start trading away pieces, you're going to run out of pieces first. Up next, we got this move right here, which is actually a bad move. And subscriber found the best move. In fact, I think when I first looked at this, I don't even think I found it. I think I went in castle first. I was a little bit too reactionary or too passive. Subscriber finds the best move in a position, taking with the knight. Why? Because this sets up a discovery against this king. Okay, so boom, they go here, and this is a complete blunder. But you have to know why. So the first move that I considered, and the first move I really would have played, honestly, if I was just like blitzing out a move, I would have took this piece. Why? Because it's free. The queen can't go here because it has to block the check. that's happening from this reveal. However, this is not the best move. It's still -2 here, versus here it's +5. If you look at all the possible moves, we can actually win the queen here. Why? Because of this move right here, which is crazy. So right now we have a check on the king, so the king has to react to this, okay? However, the only way to block would be to move my knight here, so we can move here, but now we're kind of back in that same position. Or even better, we can just take this free queen. Don't forget, knight can't be taken, so it's attacking this queen. And any way that this queen tries to go and block, they're getting taken by a piece. So if we go here, obviously getting taken by a pawn. Go here, getting taken by a queen. And if we go back here, we can take with our queen, but that just exchanges. We can take with our knight, and we're in a great position. So this is already a position where our opponent has blundered the game away. But that is not found. They played the move that I would have played as well, which is taking the free knight. We're still fine. I mean, we're down material, but this is a much better position. They block. Subscriber castles, which is the move I would have done. They castle, or they try to castle, they blundered the castle. Mouse slip probably. And we have this move right here. This is a fine move. I think the move I would have played, honestly, in this scenario would have been something like knight back. Honestly, because I don't like the knight being only protected by the queen. The queen is a horrible protector of pieces because it's so valuable. It can get booted around really easy. But we're here. This move, which I think is actually the computer best move, so it works out. They go here, and so now we have a few things to consider. Right now, the computer wants G3. This is a move I did not consider. Something that I would have played myself in this position might have been both H3, but that falls to this move right here, and I don't want to give them any of tempos. I could have also played a move like this, which, yes, this blunders this pawn, but after a move right here, I don't know, I would have figured out something. And this is where I would have played on from here. However, subscriber plays D5, which kind of walks right into this move. But it's not even that bad. It's still only minus 1.5. The best move in this position, actually, we're not going to talk about the best move. We're going to talk about the move I would have played. The move I would have played in this position, with complete honesty, would have gone here. I would have looked to trade this queen, because I don't want to blunder anything. After something like this, we'll figure it out from here, okay? The move, however, that gets played by our subscriber is to go here, which works out. It's still not a horrible move. Why? Because even though you're giving up this knight, you're taking this knight, right? And also you're creating a threat. Let's say they, for some reason, don't take this knight and they just decide to, I don't know, make some random move like this. Like you're taking here now, and boom, you're defending this knight through an X-ray. So it works out. Opponent goes here. Oh, hold up. What happens in the game? Oh, I didn't realize. They actually go here in the game, which is crazy. So this is a blunder. White is completely winning. Why? We can take here, and now we're X-ray defending this knight. So the best move for the opponent would have been to like retreat and just take their L or something like that. However, they don't find it. If you look at the time, actually, our subscriber is extremely low on time. Sadness. They go here. They're just trying to throw pieces. There's no bonus in this game. Boom. And we get to this position right now, and they won on time. So what can we take away from this game? The key critical moments came first here. Okay. Yes, there was better up moves, but this was the first critical moment, blundering a piece. Miscounting. Once again, there's 2 attackers, 2 defenders. Remember, always one more attacker than the defender. That's not followed. So we're here in this position right here. Boom. We have our next blunder. Another blunder that finally gets taken advantage of. Boom. But once again, there's always a moment where the game can get back into balance. We can end up winning. It's just simply finding these simple tactics. But yeah, this is how the 100 ELO games go and how a lot of the lower ELO games work. I just wanted to show you guys how they think. And I'll let you guys look at the differences, look at how I would have thought versus them. Overall, just give you a deeper glance into how I think compared to how some other lower elo players would think. It's actually not that big of a difference. It's just honing in on a few small blunders and capitalizing on a few mistakes that our opponents make and trying to minimize the mistakes that we make ourselves. But that's a quick, short, simple video for y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope this was somewhat insightful. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.